everybody, and welcome to my channel. My name is Alicia, and today we're going to talk about product labels. This might be a long video, by the way, because I have so much to say about product labels, and I have a lot of tips and tricks and very specific reasons why I order the labels that I do. So in regards to product labels, the first thing I want to talk about is how at the very beginning of all of this, this Bad Girl Balm journey, I actually made every product label different. And about 6 months in, I realized, okay, maybe I shouldn't have done that. So let me explain. When I saw all these people starting skincare lines, I was just like, oh, that looks so boring, right? Everything looks the same. Everything has the same image, the same text. And let's face it, y'all, there's some people out there with brands that have text that is so simple and boring. It's like they're trying to get that minimalist look, that luxury minimalist look. And in my opinion, it just makes it like they don't even know what their brand is. They don't know how to brand anything. And I don't understand it. Like, even products that I see out on Target, I look at it and I'm like, I could have made that label. I personally am very attracted to very visual things. This is why I get lost in Sephora, right? Right, ladies and maybe gentlemen that are watching. This is why when you go to Sephora, you are just like, I call Sephora Mecca, first of all, okay? It's Mecca. I call Whole Foods Mecca. I call Sephora Mecca. I digress. That's because when you go into Sephora, it is like Disneyland for makeup, right? Everything is so branded. All the little sections of the makeup brands have their own display. The first couple makeup brands that I gravitate towards are Benefit, Too Faced. Those are the two. Those are my go-tos. That's just like, you know, you could just stick one of their products out in the middle of a crowd and I know exactly which one you're holding. Or Urban Decay. So, and of course, Sol de Janeiro. That's another one because let's face it, they have a lot of yellows and orange and it's very bright, very cheerful. So naturally it catches your attention. I wanted things to be very attention grabbing. So I'm going to show you a couple of the labels that I did. Now, a year and a half into this, I finally broke down and said, you know what? Even though I didn't, use the rest of the first round of labels on some of the products, it hasn't sold as much yet. And I just said, you know what? I'm reaching a time where I'm just going to have to rebrand. Like I'm branded, but I redid my labels. And I mostly did that for Amazon, first of all. I needed to add a couple things to my front label. That way I could put other stuff on the packaging. And at least if someone threw away my packaging and they had just the product, I still had my website on the label. So I'm going to show you a couple of the labels that I have created with, I guess you could say, the old Bad Girl Balm labels. So here's one of them, is Good Karma. Okay, I didn't draw any of this, y'all. I used a lot of Canva for this, which you realize very quickly that might serve as a problem in the future, especially if Canva takes away a certain image, or someone sells that image to somebody else besides Canva, or, and then you don't have access to that image. So here's another one, Gypsy Rose Tattoo Balm. So I wanted to basically give each product its own little personality with a font and an image. And I know you're probably like, girl, that's too much. Yes, that's exactly what I've realized. Here's In the Buff Stuff. This is basically my naked lip balm. It's just the ingredients. There's no flavor oil, there's no fragrance oil, there's no scent or anything. This is the Rock On Cuticle Balm. You can see that. I was obviously trying to be like Too Faced and Benefit, where every one of their little packages has just gorgeous artwork. Here is the Pink Sugar Mama Lip Scrub, because it is pink and it smells like pink sugar. The new labels you can see on my Etsy shop, my website, and on Amazon now. And okay, so now that we've talked about what not to do when you're starting a skincare brand and how I've already fixed that part. So now let's go into why I order. Are you ready? You might want to write this down. This is why I order Avery.com white, glossy, waterproof / oil resistant, vinyl, removable labels. If you didn't get that, just rewind this video because I'm probably not going to remember it off the top of my head right now. So when I first started Bad Girl Balm, it was obvious to me that the product label is by far, the packaging on the outside by far is almost more important than the product itself that's in the container. As you obviously should know by now, when you buy products, a lot of times you're buying the brand, you believe in the brand, you trust the brand, you're buying it because the product label is professional looking. And other than that, one of the things I want to say that I saw so many videos when I got started is people were printing labels at home, and a lot of people were not waterproofing their stuff at the very beginning. And I tried to do that waterproofing technique where you get clear acrylics, spray paint. Y'all, it just left a bunch of bumps. I couldn't give a customer a label that felt, rigid or like these little bumps on them. So right off the bat, it was a no-brainer that my labels were coming from Avery.com. And then they were going to be basically the 6 features that I described to you. And I tried to order labels from online labels. I even tried to order blank waterproof labels for inkjet printer from Avery, but the gloss was very different. Y'all, there is nothing like true waterproof vinyl glossy sticker paper. When you get really cool stickers that you might pay, $3 to $5 for, from somewhere, that is the highest quality. That's what these are. And I'll show you. Let's see. So here's another reason why I order removable labels as opposed to the permanent adhesive. Because first of all, I kind of advertise that my containers are reusable. I mean, they are cute tin containers. You can put all sorts of things in here when it's empty. You could put jewelry, you could put headphones in there. Maybe, some hair ties. I got some hair ties. You can, throw them in here. Earrings. I mean, whatever. You can put more product in here. You can buy a second container, put a little bit of product in here, and then, have 2 containers full of Bad Girl Balm. And I wanted it to be very easy for people to remove the label. I wanted to advertise, and I do advertise the containers are reusable. And I love that because how many times do we buy beauty products and we're like, we love the container that it's in or the tube that it's in. And especially if it's a trial size or a smaller size, and we want to reuse it for our purse or something. And you realize you can't open it. Like there's no way to reuse it. And I feel like it is such a waste. It is such a waste with what all these beauty companies are doing, where you cannot reuse like a simple lotion container. Even though I'm not 100% eco-friendly with everything, like I don't have complete recycled packaging and whatnot, I wanted to at least start with this. Because as you know, the eco-friendly packaging is pretty pricey. And with that being said, I wanted the sticker to be easy to remove. Not just for my customers, but also for me. This is where it comes in handy, y'all. because I hand sticker these by myself. I don't have a fancy machine that does it for me yet. I don't have, can't afford that yet. So when I'm actually putting on my product labels, I have got this, big bright light right above it. I'm putting the product labels like this. I am looking down and I am putting them directly on. And if I am slightly off, because again, I want to be professional. There goes my light source. Hold on. There we go. I've got my light back. Y'all, every time I sit down to do a YouTube video, something is going on. When you have the removable sticker paper, that's where you'll be able to literally, right? Now, you are going to damage it if you're doing it too much. And if you, especially if you pull it up at an angle like that, you're going to start putting some creases into it. But as you're stickering your stuff, if you even get slightly off, let me try to show you the way I put my labels on. And again, this is not going to be exact because I have to do this looking down. But let's just say you put your label here. What I do is I start from one side and I smooth it. I literally smooth it out with my finger like this. But then I do it very light at the end. And then I take a look at it and I'm like, okay, it's straight. And then I smooth it down so it seals it. But if I was done with this product and I wanted to remove the sticker, all I'd have to do is either get your fingernail if you can, or one of those, I don't know if you've seen those razor blades that are actually plastic. It helps you get the sticker off stuff. So I have one of those. That way you can actually just slide that under and it comes right off. But again, this is, just as much for me as it is for my customers to be able to remove my label. Although I'll tell you this, the label looks so good on my products. You probably were like, I paid for this. I want the label to show. So you probably want to keep it on. But here's the thing with Avery.com, to get the permanent adhesive, all the specs that I talked about earlier, but the permanent adhesive, I believe it was going to cost more. But again, it's not really for my customers to be able to remove this because, the more that they keep the label on, it's kind of, free marketing, especially if they have this on their bathroom counter or in their purse or in their car and someone's like, oh, what's Bad Girl Balm? Then, it still has a label on there. But it's also for me so that I'm not, sometimes I'm just a little off and sometimes I'm stickering these things when I'm just exhausted. But with that being said, if I get slightly off, then I could easily re-sticker it. As you never want to give stuff to your customers that are crooked, y'all. Like, again, the packaging, everything before the internal contents, even if you sell candles, okay, it's the box, it's the inserts. You put a little cute postcard in there that says thank you for your order. You have the label on there, and then there's the smell. There's all these, I guess you could say there's like a whole journey into the customer experience before they actually get to the product itself. Does that make sense? So you really want everything to be on point, honestly. And for me, I would say stickers. I would spend in sticker quality more than I would the container, if anything. But yeah, they're worth it, y'all. I've always, hands down, like I said, anytime I've tried to print myself at home on either Avery labels or online labels, it's just not the same. And online labels doesn't have all the same specs that I just talked about either. I have looked into this, and it seems, honestly, in my past experience, it seems like the professional printing companies are the only ones that can really get this true quality of a product label. So the next thing about product labels that I want to show you is something I'm actually in the middle of doing right now. I have been in the middle of designing one of my product labels for my first tattoo oil. And I just want to show you how I'm not going to be able to show you right on my computer, because y'all, I don't I have a child, so a lot of the stuff I have to record it when he's not here, and a lot of times it's just things that I have to do, and I can't really just do a full tutorial. You know, I don't design everything in 1 hour. I don't design and print in 1 hour. That's just not how designing works. Real designing, you technically, and this is what I learned, you know, in graphic design school, just like any, and most artists know this, most artists and creative people know this, but you have to give yourself sometimes a little bit of time to look at your product or your prototype or your sample, but not to take too long to decide that it's just gonna, you know, inhibit you from going to the next step. So here's what I did pretty much in a matter of about 2 days. I created my first prototype label. This is going to be the first tattoo oil. I'm trying to do the tattoo oil to coordinate with the tattoo balms that I've created. So the first one I did was the naked tattoo oil, which is basically just, there's no fragrance or anything in here. It's just the ingredients. So this was my first prototype. I'm just going to do a little turnaround. I don't know. Is this okay? Maybe I gotta see if I can focus this. Okay. So here was the first print out, which, by the way, when you're printing some of this stuff from Canva, it is not true to size. So be very mindful of that. I marked this one as the first prototype. And the reason why I mark it is because I want them all to be side by side so that when I'm looking at them all together, I can really be able to tell which one was the first draft, the second, the third, the fourth. So here's the second one. See, that's got a number 2 right there. Yep, number 2. And I put too big. I also write notes on them. Too big. And I forgot what I wrote too big for, but there's that one. And I'm also playing around with the size, okay? But I'm also playing around with the size this way. I guess you could say the girth of the product, okay? And then here is number 3. As you can see, this one closes in the back just a tad bit more. And I think I added this label. So here's this one. This one, for some reason, I dropped some of the text a little too low. So I make my markings there. And I think that one actually, yeah, it actually cut it off right there at the end. So that was a no-go. And then here's the fourth one. I think I made another note there, like drop that, my little soothe and glow is kind of like my little motto, I guess you could say. And then I wrote, I think it's supposed to be another arrow as well. Okay. Now there is a 5th prototype. It is in I have a little bag that I take with me when I need to show people my products, and I have that in there. So the 5th prototype is the one that I basically did 5 drafts of it. And with that 5th one, I actually went ahead and added the cruelty-free. Even though I'm not vegan, I am cruelty-free. The only animal these products have been tested on is me. I am the only one that I test my products on. And I mean, I do I'll make some products for a friend here and there, but I test them on me actively when I'm formulating everything. Sometimes I'm formulating something for a few weeks, actually, because, you know, I'll have the ingredients and then, you know, maybe I'll see something like right now when I'm formulating my lip balms, I haven't yet ordered new labels for my lip balm collection because I really want to nail that formulation. And I finally wanted to try BTMS 50, but then I also got glycerin. So I want to see how both of them would compare to each other, just to add some extra softness and creaminess into the lip balm formula. Because once you get the formula down, you can replicate it so many times. That's why I have 5 tattoo balms. That's why I'm going to end up having at least the 5 oils that also coordinate with it, and then it could just keep going. And the only thing I'm changing up is the fragrance oil, really. or maybe, you know, slightly tweaking the oils, butters, and waxes because of how much fragrance oil or essential oil I'm using based on how strong or not strong the fragrance or essential oil is. That was a mouthful, sorry. Take things slow and you're not releasing like 10 products at the same time. You should be able to tweak your labels and the logo size and all those, you know, things to be standards on all the other future products. So if you just kind of like work with one product at a time, get that down, then you can change things as you go. So just be mindful of that. I feel like a lot of people I've seen are just, they're trying to make so much product. And I know that there's, you know, there's probably a strategy to that, but I'm not just here to fill a bunch of containers and then, you know, show off, you know, bookcases full of skincare products. I'm actually trying to formulate things and make them so badass for you and for myself because I use my own products. And I just feel like I like the slower journey better, which is why I'm also trying to do the YouTube videos. So you guys can really see there's a lot of work and time that goes into at least my brand that I've been working on for a very long time. And the last part of my video, I do want to go into a positive rant about why I feel you need to be ordering your product labels from a professional printing company. And yes, specifically, I will go into the perks of why I use Avery.com. First of all, Avery.com has been around for decades, y'all. They make file folder labels, they make folders, they make all sorts of other school supplies that I'm sure you've heard of. Number 2, when you log into their interface and you're doing the whole thing where you're uploading your image, you're picking the you know, the shape of the sticker, you're picking the specs that you want, like the things I mentioned earlier, waterproof / oil resistant, removable, vinyl, clear, white, glossy, those things. It is so easy. They have this comparison chart. So as you're sitting there going, oh my gosh, what's the difference between all these different papers? You can really see the clear difference. And I always gravitate first to the waterproof only. Okay. Now, my product is a skincare product, and most skincare products are going to be in the bathroom. So please, please, please be mindful of why I personally think, hands down, you need to have waterproof. But even if you're not a skincare business, even if like, I actually want to do a massage candle in the future around Valentine's Day. I want to do a couples massage or just a massage candle in general. But even a candle should be waterproof because you just never know when someone's hands are either they're sweaty or they're slightly moist from like, you know, washing dishes or coming out of the shower, or they just have another product on their hand and they don't realize it. Maybe they picked up a glass of, or, you know, a beer can or a glass of like a cold cocktail, and then they picked up the candle. So you have to think about this. And let me tell you, I think the quickest way to lose a customer is not having a waterproof label. Even more so when you're a skincare brand, oil proof. Oil resistant, I think is what they normally call it, but oil proof, oil resistant. Also, please make note, even though you can get matte finish labels waterproof, you guys, let me just tell you something about the matte finish. If you were to graze a pen over this, it's gonna stick, okay? With glossy, you can probably quickly smudge it off of your product. So, you know, unless you plan on having people write on your product labels, I mean, maybe you're watching this video for non-skincare brand or non-skincare reasons. Sorry, I can't even talk today. Yeah, unless you have to have a reason to write on the label, you need glossy labels, okay? And to me, the glossy labels that come from Avery are the most perfect labels. You're gonna have that little bit of a shine, okay? So of course, like right now, you see how it's reflecting. This to me is more like a semi-gloss. This is not like gloss, like lip balm gloss. This is like the perfect glossiness. And there's a lot of ways to take photographs of stuff without getting the reflection. So again, Avery.com, their interface is so simple to upload your photos. Everything just looks so simple. I did once try online labels. I felt like it just wasn't sophisticated enough. Avery has been around forever, y'all. Their website just looks so simple to the eye. That's the interface of it. Also, with Avery, I think it's like if you spend more than $50, you get free shipping. But y'all, even if you don't spend $50, their shipping is flat rate $3.95. So no matter where you're at in the US, you don't have to worry about, not knowing the cost of shipping until you get all the way down to the checkout screen. Anywhere in the United States, it's going to be a flat rate $3.95. Okay, so you can truly order what you need. They're not going to charge you some crazy $10 shipping or even $8 shipping. So it allows you to go as low as ordering 2 sheets for labels, depending on how much you need and depending on what the size of your label is. So I was able to, on the other tattoo balms that I created, I was able to order 2 sheets each scent for the first round. And that way I can gauge my sales and stuff like that. I can see, is this one really going to sell more than the other before I order more labels. So that's another reason why I love Avery. Another cool reason why I love Avery is, y'all, they straight up get me my stuff within 7 days. It's like less than that sometimes. It depends on when you order. So obviously if you order on a Friday, the weekends are not going to count. And you probably won't get it until Thursday. A lot of times I've ordered on a Friday or Saturday and I'll get it on Thursday. But sometimes if I've ordered on a Monday, I will get it on a Thursday still. So their shipping is quick, okay? It's pretty darn quick. They send it to you obviously flat packed and it's protected and it's obvious that it says Avery, do not bend. So a lot of times it actually comes into my parcel pending locker. It never comes into my mailbox because it's not big enough since it's a sheet of paper. But yeah, they totally ship it super fast. Another reason why I love Avery.com is every time you get a shipment, they give you a 10% off coupon. So a lot of times I have even used the same coupon because it really won't expire till like months later. If I have to place another order, I can use that same coupon code. And then also you get those same coupon codes in your email. So even if you have to spend on shipping, by the time you're getting 10% off, your shipping is paid for. Y'all, they make it so easy. And there's another reason why I like Avery. Let me grab that actually really quick. I didn't get that earlier. Hold on. By the way, this is what the Avery envelopes look like. So, it's bigger than a sheet of paper, obviously, but the sheets are the cheapest, you guys, like hands down. I try to look into the roll, and then I think, of course, the die cut is going to be the expensive unless you are having stickers made for your business and you want to physically give people die cut stickers. But my product labels just come in a sheet like this. Okay, this is for the smaller tattoo balm. That's why there's a lot. So again, depending on how many you need, they let you order as little as 2 sheets. Okay, this is a worldwide company, by the way. The last part that I was going to show you, something that I didn't even know until recently, and I think it's super important, especially if you're watching this video and you're doing research before you invest or decide how you're going to print labels for your products. Y'all, for free, they sent me a sample kit right here. I'm going to show you what this includes. So this was for free. They didn't even ask for handling or shipping or anything. Okay. So what they have in here, they're actually giving you more than just sticker samples. They gave me some postcard samples. Okay. So this one is like a glossy finish front and back. So you can see what that's like. This is a matte finish greeting card sample. See? And then that way, if it's something you want to write on. Oh, they even have some wedding invitations, save the dates. This is like a really nice textured reflective paper, wedding paper. And then this one looks like, this looks like one of those company, you know, when you get in the mail, like, hey, happy birthday from Progressive Insurance. That's what this looks like. It's huge. All right, here's another sample. Oh, actually, this is their coupon. Remember I told you, every time they put one of these in there, y'all, this is what they look like. They're in every single, even though I've placed like 3 separate orders within 2 weeks time, the 10% off coupon is in every single package. So then they'll also give you little, little samples like this. Like this is like a bookmark or a ticket, I guess you could say. It could be like if you are designing something for, I don't know, like a charity ball ticket. Business card, of course, you got to always have a business card. Okay, this is like a matte finish. And then if you're doing clothings or you want to put some little tags for whatever reason on your products, look at that. It gives you, you know, what it's going to look like and the size. They also have these type of stickers. So these are not die cut per se, but I forgot what they're called. But these are actually a little cheaper than die cut if you're willing to, if you're going to be giving someone free stickers for your brand, you actually have them peel it off the paper instead of the die cut, which die cut doesn't have any of that around it, if that makes any sense. Have this little brochure, which is great. And y'all, Avery's presentation is just the bomb. Look at this. Okay, and then the back of it. When you go on their website and you're looking for product label stickers, they actually have a lot of their imagery on their website reflects product labels. When you click on product labels, y'all, look at the sticker samples they sent me. Look at this. Y'all, look at all this. Real stickers, they're not yours, but they're real stickers. Like you can actually peel this off. So this, it'll tell you up here what they're giving you. So this one is white matte paper and then heart labels, okay? Because again, a lot of people are DIYing their wedding stuff. And then this is the white matte paper. So they tell you there's the white matte paper. You can see it there. Really hard doing a video when you're kind of showing and telling. This is oval labels on craft brown paper. Okay, you kind of see that too. Exfoliating soap bar. Yeah, probably going to give you samples of what is most common when people order products. Now this is a 2x6 rectangle labels on white film. The white film is something that's it's definitely different than glossy. I personally don't like the white film look. I feel like it's too reflective. I feel like it's more reflective than glossy. Here is silver metallic film. I love how everything they give you is designed pretty modern. Okay. This is clear film sticker labels. So you can literally take these, y'all. You can literally take these and test them and just put them on, put them on a piece of paper, put them on maybe some of your own empty containers. Oh, this one's great for people with candles. These are super tiny, so obviously you might want to order bigger. But removable glossy white vinyl film. This is what I print on. This is what I print on. Removable glossy white vinyl film. It's not the same film as this. It's not the same film as this other white film for some weird reason. But this is what I use. It's this one. This must be non-removable, but it's the same other than that. It's just permanent adhesive. So these are little lip balm labels. Oh, how cute. I didn't look at all of these. Yeah, lip balm labels, so you can get an idea. And then we've got glossy white paper, which basically just kind of looks like cheap labels. It really does look like cheap labels. And it's probably not waterproof, but this one has a little bit of a cut on the inside. So you can definitely get some different shapes. You don't have to just get oval, circle, rectangular, and all that stuff. But y'all, Avery's the bomb. Like I have probably dropped $150 worth of labels thinking I'm going to do it myself. I'm going to do it myself. I'm going to print as I go. I'm going to print as I go. And guess what? It is the worst experience ever. You know how many Avery labels and online labels I've screwed up because my printer isn't printing right or correctly, or it prints slightly off center? It is so frustrating. I would never go back to trying to print my own labels unless they're just going to be tests. Okay. If you're going to print a label at home and you just need to see what it looks like on your empty container and whatnot as a prototype, that's different. That would be a good reason to have some labels lying around so that you can really see what it looks like, because there's just nothing better than having a prototype in your hand with a label on it. It just makes it so much more real. And this, y'all, this is just paper. When I did these, this is just paper. I just print and cut around it. I have a paper cutter, so I make sure that they are the size that they're supposed to. I make sure that they print at the size that they are. So you have to make sure that your printer is going to print correctly and not shrink it, or the opposite, expand it, and then it's not true to size when you go to cut it to put it on your product. I know this was a long video, but I'm very passionate that your product label is by far the most important part of everything. Again, I'm going to reiterate, the label is the most important part of the whole customer experience. You could have the cutest packaging. You could have, give lollipops and candy all day long. You could have the cutest box on the outside. But if they get down to that product, you guys, and they are disappointed with the quality of the label, or that the label smears later, or that it peels off later, they've already thrown away the package it came in, the shipping package. They've already thrown away the box it came in. The only thing they're left with is the product and the label and the stuff inside. You need to put more time, I would say like 60% of your energy and money, into the container and the label and then the product. Thank you so much for watching. Please comment down below and let me know what your product label questions might be, what your problems have been, and maybe there can be another spin-off video off of this. Until then, please like and subscribe this video, and I will see you soon.